luxury watches are dropping due to surplus. Welcome to our channel, the Enchanted Luxury Studio, where we talk about wealth and luxury. According to a recent research by Morgan Stanley analysts, there is an abundance of supply in the watch market. Prices for the most sought-after used timepieces from Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Audemars Piguet will consequently keep declining. There is no doubt that the watch industry has changed significantly in recent years. Watch until the end to know why luxury watches are dropping due to surplus. In 2019, there was a scarcity of stainless steel sports watches in the market, which led to an upsurge in demand a few months after. The coronavirus that hit in 2020 made the supply issue even worse. Many watch collectors began spending their money on other useful items instead of expanding their watch collections. Furthermore, production was further hampered by pandemic shutdowns. Eventually, collectors wishing to sell models made by the big three watch brands realized they could do so on the used market for higher rates. Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Audemars Piguet timepieces dominated the market in 2021 and into the spring of 2022. Up until May, prices remained consistently on the rise. Then in the middle of May, the ratio swung due to increased supply and demand. Prices for the top three are anticipated to decrease further as used market inventory levels climb now that the balance seems to be swinging the other way. As a result, the Rolex Daytona is now 21% less expensive than both the Patek Philippe Nautilus and the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak have seen price drops of 15% and 19% respectively. One company that has adopted the pattern outside of the big three is Vacheron Constantin Overseas Reference. Vacheron Constantin Overseas Reference 4500 V/110A-B483, which was formerly priced at $39,000 is now $10,000 on the resale market. Clearly, demand is surpassing supply at this time. The second-hand watch market has experienced a notable rise in watch inventory throughout the year as a product of second-hand watch dealers and individual watch investors trading off their stockpiles. It's significant to note that despite the price drop, the average cost for these watches in the second-hand market is still more than retail. For instance, while the Patek Philippe Nautilus reference price has dropped to $190,000 from $240,000 on the pre-owned market, Vacheron Constantin Overseas, which was previously stated, has a starting retail price of just $22,500. Even so, it costs more than $5,000 more than what was originally listed. Some watch firms are also completely departing from the norm. There was a 1% increase at Bugatti. In the market for used watches, Girard-Perregaux experienced a growth of 5%, while Alange & Sonnet saw a growth of 3%. The question is, does it still make sense to purchase Audemars Piguet, Rolex, or Patek Philippe? The cost of the most popular watches has significantly decreased during the past few months, but bear in mind that they have increased dramatically over the past several years. The cost of pre-owned versions continues to be much higher than that of new ones. For instance, the cost of a second-hand Rolex 116-500 Cosmograph Daytona with a panda face has dropped by negative 26.7% during the previous 6 months. Unbelievable, right? Go ahead and get your favorite beverage and popcorn, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. We are aware that it is difficult to think that a second-hand Royal Oak Daytona or Nautilus will ever be less expensive than a brand new one. Although the downward trend appears to be continuing, bad economic news like rising interest rates and continuing inflation suggest otherwise. Another question, should you pawn watches from the big three companies? The truth is that a Patek Philippe, Rolex, or Audemars Piguet wristwatch will always have worth. Regardless of its fair market worth, a Rolex is accepted at pawn shops and jewelries worldwide if you need fast cash. Although it is considerably more difficult to swiftly exchange a Patek Philippe watch for cash, any attractive timepiece can be used as an exchange in this situation. If you have enough cash to go along with the flow and they aren't prone to post-apocalyptic fear, hold as much as you can. We will now display the top luxury timepieces that are currently available for purchase. Experts would always advise investing in the highly priced watches from brands like Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Omega among others despite market volatility. Collecting designer watches is more than simply a means to look more fashionable. Additionally, it is a wise financial investment. The only option to get the watch you've always wanted may be to purchase it from a reliable secondary market dealer. Here are 4 expensive watches that you might want to buy in 2023. Number 1. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak 15400 ST. This reference combines the angular design that has become synonymous with royal oaks, double indices, and a grand tapestry dial with a modern 41mm casing and AP caliber 3120 movement. Originally, they cost roughly $53,000 US, but you can now find them for about $40,000 US. Number 2. Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711-1A. This watch, which has entirely different proportion, is a direct ancestor of the original Patek Philippe Nautilus reference 3700. This timepiece is ideal for any occasion thanks to its stainless steel construction and gradient blue face. If you're allowed to only own one watch, many watch collectors concur that it ought to be this one. Number 3. Rolex GMT-MASTER 1675. With the renowned Rolex GMT-MASTER Pepsi, you definitely can't argue. But why not take it a step further and purchase one of their most dependable variants, the reference 1675. This model, which introduced aluminum and crown guards, quickly rose to the top of Rolex's favorite models list. It's fascinating to lose yourself in reference 1675, especially if you're into vintage. Yes, it contains a variety of dials, hands, and other characteristics and was produced between 1959 and 1980. In addition to aiding in timekeeping and monitoring, wristwatches also hold the unique histories, memories, and legacies of those who wear them. Number 4. Rolex Daytona Ceramic Bezel 116500. The Rolex Cosmograph Daytona, one of the most desirable Daytona versions, was the watch that received the most attention in 2016. It was the first Daytona to include the revolutionary Ceracom bezel insert from Rolex, which resists innovation scuffs. Due to its outstanding modern and sporty design, it is still very difficult to find this incredibly popular sports watch at retail, especially the one with the high contrast white dial. Retail pricing began at $13,500 US, but enthusiasts were willing to pay up to $47,000 US on the pre-owned market. Thank you for spending some time with us today. We hope that this video helps you succeed on your path to a life of luxury. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching!